Hey everyone, thank you for checking out A1 Math, and today we're talking about volume. This is part one of volume. This is building off of our lessons on area. Now, you're sitting back and you're thinking, hey, we got volume here, and area has their formulas, and volume has a list of its own formulas here. You know, like this is length times width times height, and this is base times height here. They could be kind of confusing, but what you really need to understand, what you really need to know, is that you need to find the area of your 3D figure and multiply it times the height. So everything we've been working with as far as finding the area is going to come into play here. So for instance, on this one, this is a rectangle or a parallelogram. And what you want to do is base times height to find the area here, and then multiply that by how far up it goes. Find the area of a triangle or a trapezoid. Multiply it times how high up it goes. Find the area of a circle and multiply it times how high up it goes. Okay? So when you have prisms or cylinders, all you need to know is this simple formula. V is equal to base times height. V is equal to base times height. But understand that it's not the regular base we was doing with area. It's a capital letter base, which refers to the area. So I'm going to write that here. Base is equal to, volume is equal to base times height with a capital letter B. Okay, so that's the main formula we're going to use for working with these prisms and cylinders. All right, so let's take a look at example one. So you want to find that spot that you can find the area of and then multiply it by the height. And with this rectangular prism, this kind of, you got options here. You can either pick this flat surface here or pick this back part. I'm going to pick this back part here where it's a square. And the area is real easy to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and find the area of the square, which is base times height, 4 times 4. 16. So my area of this part is little base times height, 4 times 4, which is 16. Now that I have this, that it's the base of my volume shape here, or 3D shape. So I'm gonna plug this 16 in for my base, which is this flat part, and then measure or multiply by how high it goes up from that base. In this case, it's going up 11 feet. So I'm gonna multiply that by 11 feet. And then my volume is going to equal 179 feet cubed. Okay, and it's the same basic formula multiple times. All right, let's take a look at the next example. Okay, now in this example, what we want to do is, since we have a triangle, that's the piece we want to find the area of. We don't want to find the area of the rectangle at all, since there's a triangle already involved. So I want to find the area of this piece here. All right, and remember the formula for the area of a triangle is the area is equal to the base times the height divided by 2. And in this one, right here where the right angle is, that's your height. And this measurement here, 3 meters, is the same right here. So this is 3 meters as well. So what we're going to do is 3 times 4 and then divide by 2 to find the area of this triangle. So we've got area is equal to 3 times 4 divided by 2. And 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So our area is 6. Now when we get ready to use the big B for our base, that's the same thing. So this area is going to go in here, and this is going to be your base for our 3D figure so we can find the volume. So the volume is equal to capital letter B times the height, and that base is going to be 6. And we're going to multiply that times the height, how far up it goes, which is 7. I don't know if you can really see this 3 meters. I'm going to write it again. And 6 times 7, you guessed it, 42. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is seem to be a little bit more complicated. You got a trapezoid here, and we're going to find the area of a trapezoid and multiply that times the height, how far up it comes. So we want to focus on this part of the trapezoid, that back piece here. Let's see if I can shade it in a little bit. And it's hard to picture, but it's what you got to do. You got to picture it as a 3D shape. And that back piece there is going to be your trapezoid. And we're going to find the area it. Now, the height on the trapezoid is 6.1, and the base is 11. Or one of the bases is 11. The other base here is 4, because this is parallel. So this is 4 here and 11 feet. So those are the numbers we're going to use, those two bases and our height, in order to find the area of a trapezoid. So I'm going to write my formula right quick. Area is equal to B1 plus B2 times the height divided by 2. All right, so I'm going to plug those values in. And I'm going to have 4 plus 11 times 6.1 divided by 2. Area is going to give me 15 here when we add these. Multiply that times 6.1 divided by 2. Okay. Here, I'm going to get 91.5 divided by 2. And then my final area here is going to be 45.75. Okay, that's the area. Or in the case of the volume, my big B, my base, it's this back part here. And I'm going to multiply by how far up it comes. So it comes up 4 feet away from the base, 4 feet. So that's what I'm going to multiply this by. So my formula for volume is B times the height V is equal to 45.75 times 4, and V is equal to 183 feet cubed. Okay, so notice that if you look back here, the shapes are different. So this area part is different, but this part over here for the volume is the same. All you gotta do is find that area and multiply it by the height, and that'll tell you what you need to do. All right, one more example. So in this one, we have a circle, and we use the area of a circle here. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now in the previous examples when we did area, we used 3.14 for pi. But here, I'm gonna make it even easier. All you gotta do is leave it in terms of pi. So we'll have a pi at our final answer, this little shape here. And you kind of sort of treat it like a variable even though it's not. But we're just gonna leave that pi multiplied toward our number, and it's called being left in terms of pi. So first thing we need to do is plug in our radius. And if you remember, the radius here would be 22. It'll be 11. Because since we have the diameter, which is 22, half of it would be the radius. So we're going to plug in that value. Area is equal to pi times 11 squared. And 11 squared is 121. And then we're going to leave this pi on the outside here. 121 pi. That's our area. But in terms of our volume, that's our capital B, our base. And we're going to take that and multiply it times our height. So we plug in our base here, which is 121 pi. And we're going to multiply that times our height, which is 11. Now, 121 times 11 is going to get us 1,331, and we'll leave it in terms of pi. And that's pretty much it. As I was saying, all the formulas we learned in our previous lesson still holds true. We're just going to take those and multiply it times the height. And that's going to get us our volume. Okay, well, I want to thank you for checking out A1 Math. Have a nice day.